Hello and welcome to Blythe Business News, where for this edition, I'm joined by Tim Livesey, who is Chief Executive of Oriole Resources. Oriole Resources, listed in London on the AIM market with a ticker of ORR, is very active in Cameroon, where it has some exciting exploration, and also a more advanced project in Senegal. But today, we're going to be talking about Cameroon. Tim, you've just released a maiden JORC exploration target for the Bibemi in Cameroon. Give us an overview of what that means, please.
Thanks, Tim. It's good to be here. We have, as you say, just announced this morning an exploration target, JORC compliant exploration target. We've been working at Bibemi for drilling at Bibemi for 18 months on this. It's an orogenic gold target, and we've published this morning a JORC compliant exploration target of between 290,000 and 440,000 ounces at 1.5 to 1.7 grams per ton gold. So this is a very significant step. Nobody has ever drilled on this license in the past. It's a brand new program, brand new maiden exploration target on this drill program. And it's based on an area of just over a kilometre, 1.3 kilometres long at Bikassi, and down to a depth of 200 metres. So a lot of scope still on that target.
Okay, as we look at Bibemi, what does having a JORC exploration target mean for the project, and how will it be upgraded from an exploration JORC to a resource estimate?
Well, the key steps are to move this forward with some, first of all, the resource modelers have to be compliant with JORC, have to do a site visit, verifying what they've seen from our databases as reliable data. You know, it's contingent upon anybody reporting for JORC to visit site to confirm those. And then the kind of key primary step is to move from the exploration target into either an inferred or indicated or measured resource, is to put a pit shell on this, to physically design the outlines of a pit. Now, the Bikassi Zone 1 is one of 4 targets on the license. So although there are a few small steps where we can potentially translate an exploration target into the beginnings of a resource, there's also a lot of scope to expand this, both along strike at depth and within the confines of the existing resource by additional drilling, intersecting more of these sub-horizontal zones of mineralization.
So Bibemi is showing some very positive signs of gold, which is great. And that's one of the first in Cameroon. So I'm assuming you're excited about that, which, let's just remind viewers, your central license package is the size of Greater London, give or take. So just give us a little sense of what you think might be the potential here for the development of perhaps, let's call it a gold district in Cameroon and in your central license package.
Well, you're absolutely right, and we are extremely excited about this. To our knowledge, it's the first first reported JORC exploration target for gold in Cameroon in recent history, certainly since the new mining law came about back in 2015-16. So we are very glad to be leading the charge here on this resource development, this gold resource development. But how Bibemi translates into the rest of our exploration there, as you say, we have a central license package. We have a group of licenses a little bit to the southwest, along trend from Bibemi. And those licenses, we've done work on 5 out of the 8 granted licenses, and we have a couple of more licenses there in application. But on those 5 licenses that we've done early work on, we've already identified multiple multi-kilometer long gold areas of gold anomalism, so high gold relative to the surrounding rocks and soils. So we've got effectively in Bibemi, we are a few steps ahead of what we are already seeing in the central licenses. So it's a proof of case that the work we did at Bibemi, which was very conventional, grassroots, boots on the ground geology, mapping, rock chip sampling, soil sampling, trenching, and then ultimately finishing off with within the last 18 months of having a drill program. We've already completed some of those early steps in the central licenses and identified very, very similar areas of potential mineralization. Only anomalies, gold anomalies at the moment in the central licenses, but nothing to say that some of them may develop into something like we're seeing now at Bibim. So extremely exciting, exciting for gold in Cameroon as a new frontier, as a new district, and very exciting for us. You know, we pride ourselves on carrying out very timely, cost-effective, traditional exploration in this new terrain, and the results speak for themselves, really.
Okay, exciting times at Oriole. What can we expect in terms of news flow in the coming months?
Well, what we would like to do, obviously, is as soon as we're coming into the dry season now, so we can mobilize back into the field. And we're looking forward to getting that JORC exploration target pushed along, advanced towards a mineral resource. So the obvious steps would be to get the guys from Forge who did the work for us, this independent consulting group, get them out to site so that they can do the verification checks required as a first step to transferring that 440,000 ounces of gold into a mineral resource from an exploration target. Get them out there, and then it's about, you know, a bit of work on the pit shell, a bit more metallurgical work on it, and ultimately looking at what additional drilling might be needed to expand the resource. You know, we had this absolute crackerjack vertical hole that we drilled just before the wet season came in, and we intersected our longest intersection to date, 14.8 meters at 4.27 grams a ton. So that was one of several multi-meter intersections with this vertical hole. So obviously, if we can put some more of those kind of holes into the ground, we stand a good chance of really significantly increasing this target. Put a pit shell around it, start to look at that. In parallel, because remember, we did all this drilling last year in parallel to the groundwork at the central license packages. We had two programs running side by side. The plan is at the central licenses, again, to continue advancing the targets that we've got there. Our best target to date is a little over 13 kilometers long on one of the eastern licenses in the central license package. And we've got a suite of other targets in the 2 to 3 kilometer range. And we still have targets to check. We still have soils to follow up, mapping, geophysics. So there's a lot of very easy, cheap, early stage work that can be done on the central licenses to continue advancing those. And ultimately, you know, in a year and a half from now, we'd like to be seeing a position where we have multiple targets drill tested in the central licenses to add to the inventory in Cameroon. This, after all, is all about opening up a new district for gold exploration in this part of the world. And as you say, a footprint, a little bit sort of similar in size to Greater London, there's a lot of opportunity for multiple multi-million ounce deposits to be found in that area. So we're very happy to be leading that charge.
Well, thanks, Tim, for that update. That was Tim Livesey, Chief Executive of Oriole Resources. Oriole, as I said, listed in London on the AIM market with the ticker of ORR, and very much leading the charge in Cameroon with discoveries of gold. That's it from Blythe Ray Business News for this edition. Thanks for watching.